Hello.
Hello.
Today is a very special day.
It's March 24th.
Yeah, that's why it's special.
This is the show.
Today's video is a very special video, a long time coming, since I think December of 2020. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time, yeah. Like most of our videos.
So basically, the gist of this is that we made a video on the main channel. Let's go there to take a looky at that channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's called Batman Year of the Pig with a Y. It's a Batman fan film. What can I say? That's the gist of it.
An amateur Batman fan film.
Yep. We never tried to say that it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm already getting defensive. So basically, these guys, the worst movies on
YouTube.
I think it doesn't show the whole thing here. The worst movies on YouTube. This channel here, they made a reaction video to our movie, which I'm honored.
So honored.
So honored. I so appreciate their critical thinking.
Oh man, yeah. They should be on Rotten Tomatoes, those guys.
Oh yeah. So obviously we're like they didn't have the nicest review of us, but I do see the humor in it. You might be a little bit intimidated by this video's length. It's 47 minutes. Trust me, the video is not 47 minutes long. There's like 20 minutes of outtakes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Why? Like, I don't know, like, what's interesting about them talking to each other, because, like, they're just not even interesting to begin with, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do have... Okay, let's just get into it. I'll get into my commentary on this duo. So you ready to start?
I'm ready.
Let's go. What are your thoughts on their intro?
So good.
Yeah?
Yeah, with a J.
Is that good with a J? I mean, it's not bad. I don't really... it's not the most interesting intro, but it's not bad.
It's fine. Yeah, because we were eagerly awaiting them to make another video, so...
Okay, so I do have, like I said, or no, I said to Ben before we started this, I watched a couple of their videos. I think their review of our movie is the most comprehensible review they've made. I watched one earlier. I think this is one of their most recent reviews. There's so many in-jokes that they don't explain, that I had no idea what was going on. I think that they have this series, they watch this one film creator on YouTube, and they just expected, like, it's not friendly to new viewers. Whatever, maybe I'll cut that out. That's a dumb comment.
Oh boy, we have a fun one today.
This dude on the left, I don't like him. I'm going to be straight up about this. I like the guy on the right. Bird, his name is. He's actually kind of funny. This dude on the left, I don't understand. Like, this guy on the Bird carries the weight of this duo.
I mean, I don't like either of them, and Bird seems to have some kind of obsession with my body type. So,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's a common theme throughout this video.
Yeah.
Is he keeps on bringing it back to body type. But at least Bird's comments are creative.
I mean, that Predator one fucking kicked us in the balls. This one...
They're talking about a previous video they made, I think.
Grip the balls. I'd rather drop the soap in prison than grip these guys by the balls.
What?
He said our movie, the last one, kicked them in the balls. He said this one gripped them. So I would literally rather do anything else in my life.
I wasn't counting her anyway. You can go for, like, the chest hair and stuff. That sucks.
Yeah. That's why I shave my chest.
You probably do, Doug.
I do.
Seriously?
No.
So that's another thing I picked up on. He does shave his chest. I think he shaved his chest, and then he was being critical of him, and then
And then he pretended to play it off like it was a joke.
yeah.
Like, no, I don't.
No, of course not. What are you, fucking crazy? Who would shave their chest? That's such an unmanly thing to do.
I shaved my chest, by the way.
I mean, who cares?
No shame.
Honestly,
No
who
shame.
cares?
That'd be
By the way, what the fuck are they talking about? We're a minute and a half in. Like,
Nothing at all to do with our movie so far.
You know me, I'm lazy as balls.
Yeah, true that.
I would say
through
it'd
that.
be probably-
Like, he's explaining it too much. He shaves his chest.
Well,
The guy on the left, his goatee reminds me of those bristle brushes that you wash dishes with. No hair is pointing in the same direction, I'd just like to say.
Dumbass forgot about it, so
Oh.
yeah, just watch the outtakes. It'll be there.
Alright.
They made it impossible not to watch the outtakes.
It's
It's half the fucking review.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're getting into the criticism.
With the blandest, most generic fucking opening credits ever.
Dude,
And that should be a little bit of a hint because everything in this spoilers is bland as fuck. This Batman is the birdemic rod of Batman.
first off, let's just talk about the fact that he punches bricks.
That's just about to happen. They didn't. They could have
We
waited.
didn't get that far yet. We just got, just
Oh.
the
Never mind.
text.
I changed my mind. I agree with this guy on the left.
But the one big thing, like, and like it's open to everybody whether I did a decent job playing Batman or not. That's not up to me. And I'm not saying I did a good job or anything. I'm not, who is more critical than yourself, right? But
Sure.
like their whole thing in this movie is that I'm bland and all this, but like I literally just played Batman the way he is. Like I don't know if these guys actually know what Batman is or if they just go off the movies. But he's a dark character,
Sure.
and like he doesn't show a lot of emotion when he speaks, and he's a pretty serious dude. So like that's one of their main critiques, and
Sure.
I think they're wrong. Like again, I'm not saying I did a good job or anything, but I just find it funny. Some of their critiques are, it's bland. It's so one note. That's Batman. When he's Batman, he doesn't show a lot of emotion,
Sure.
And this is supposed to be him in like his first year. That's the
Right.
whole point. That's what the opening narration is that he's returned and he basically has just started his career as Batman. So, even when he's Bruce Wayne, he's not super.
That's true. And so it's interesting that you made a comment. Do they know anything about Batman? Because they're about to accuse you of not knowing anything about Batman.
Oh,
I wanted to get to the point where he needed an iron.
So
I don't know what that
we'll
means.
get there, but first starts off with like
don't
a
either.
voiceover from Bland Wayne because he's bland as
Good
fuck
one.
and stiff as fuck.
yeah,
here.
so
My name is Bruce Wayne.
clever.
For the past 7 years, I've traveled the world training so that I can be at my best both mentally and physically.
So of course, just like every Batman project ever made, because nobody actually knows Batman's backstory. Let's why don't we hear Batman's backstory from Bland Wayne?
Okay, I think I misunderstood. I don't think he's accusing you of not knowing Batman. I think what he's saying is that everybody knows Batman's backstory. Why are you explaining it? Which is like, I kind of like I understand the criticism, but it's also like it's to watch this video on its own. Like I think the idea is in a vacuum. If you hadn't seen another Batman movie, you do need some context.
Yeah. Also, like I kind of based this opening scene off of Batman Year One, which is one of his most famous comic books, and he punches the bricks and that and stuff, and like they can say what they want. It's not like we pick two older people to show the pair, like Martha and Thomas Wayne getting shot in the alleyway.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining to the viewers that this is it's basically just to say that this is the beginning of his career. This is his first go round, and most iterations of Batman don't talk about how he did travel the world for 7 to 8 years as soon as he was out of high school to do the things that he does, he's trained in every martial art. He studied, criminology and, detective work. And anyways, I think it was different from what we've seen in most, but they're open to their own opinion.
Yeah, and I don't want to seem like we're coming off like we know everything and we're like above. Our movie is perfect.
Yeah, because
for sure it's campy and it's not the best fan film ever. But I don't think all of their criticism is fair. Some of it might be, but not all of it.
Yeah.
When I was just a boy, my parents were gunned down in front of me. I returned to Gotham in hopes that I can cleanse it of its criminals like the one that took my parents from me. In order to do so, I have to become something other than Bruce Wayne.
My parents were killed. I am sad. Now he punches some bricks, is what Bart was saying.
I must become a
He punches bricks, which is something you brought up as something that actually exists in Batman
they
media.
Were more like remember those old school fake foam bricks you could get back in the day? I love when he's
that's what they are.
Like,
They're foam bricks.
Yeah,
We didn't punch real
I
bricks.
didn't actually punch real bricks. My hand would have been broken to make a low-budget fan film.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big giant door and the suit was just sitting there,
So here they're talking about your
like,
suit
they
up.
had like the montage of him putting it on and everything, But
That's what I was going for.
You know how like awkward it obviously would have been to put that friggin' thing on, but like in the thing, it just went tape on, then all of a sudden it was just wow, it was on. It's like, yeah, right.
So this is why.
So their criticism is that it didn't show me struggling to put my costume on?
I don't think that's what he's saying.
From Pulp Fiction, just with the mouth
He said-
cut open, you know what I mean? And,
I don't know what. I mean,
looked more or less like he was wearing the Gibbs outfit from Pulp Fiction, just with the.
Yeah, it's the dude in the black leather there. Yeah, looks exactly alike.
yeah,
100%.
solid criticism.
That's what I based my costume off of.
The mouth cut open, you know what I mean? And,
And it is supposed to be a flex bat suit, but
correct. But it was like he ordered the wrong size, or Fox ordered the wrong size and brought it to him. It was like, sorry, Mr. Wayne.
well, most likely Bland Wayne here ordered this from Wish. He ordered
I
it
don't-
from Wish.com for $15.
100%. It was from Wish.
Right.
See, here's okay. I get. So I think they're saying your costume looks a little bit wrinkly and a little bit big on you. Okay.
Hey, I mean, part of it's true.
Sure.
Also, I mean, they wouldn't know this, but I had just been in a car accident, like a really severe one, like 2 months before.
Yeah.
So I had lost a lot of weight from my initial fitting of the costume when I ordered it. Wasn't exactly what I was expecting. And the reason my hair looks so dumb in this movie as well is because I could not put any product in it because I had a giant scar across my head. So
I mean, to be fair, there's no way they could have known that.
no, they can't know that, but I'm just explaining myself.
Yeah.
Originally, that suit did fit better.
Yeah. Benefit of the doubt.
I mean, like, you're a billionaire, you cheap bastard.
Well, I was thinking.
Of course. See, this is another thing that they keep on. Okay. So their criticism of us is like really involves budget a lot.
Yeah.
Which I'll own. We did not have a lot of money to spend on this movie.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why it's called a fan film.
Yeah. And most of my budget for this film went into the costumes, sadly. So
Yeah.
it was
I think-
not cheap like they thought.
we bought your costume and a camera or rented a camera, and that's it.
That was the budget for the movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the guy on the right would have been happier if I had been wearing spandex. So maybe for the sequel, that's what I'll do.
Well, you bring up an interesting point because, and they own it. There's a theme throughout this this video, which is almost as long as the feature film, that Bird keeps on bringing up the male body.
Yeah. Specifically mine.
Yeah.
He's quite into it.
He wants you to be hotter.
Yeah, I guess I'll for the next one I'll work out harder for him, I guess.
You hear that, Bird? We're coming.
Just for you.
To get more of like in real life, but yeah.
He should give me his fitness plan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and of course, after we get that whole little suit montage thing, we got to get to line. I'm giving him too much fucking enthusiasm. Well, he delivers the line like this.
I am vengeance.
Okay.
I am a creature of the night. I am Batman.
We said, he's like, I am vengeance. And I was like, I obviously need an iron,
So-
for my cape. It's
Okay.
like I left my cape
Fair.
in the laundry and it got pretty rickety. I was like, dude, if you were Batman, I know you're going out and you're going to get beat up anyway. You're going to be running around and shit, flying around buildings and beating up bad guys. So you're going to get roughed up either way. But still, you want to have some dignity and not go out the house with your cape being all fucking wrinkled.
Yeah, of course. That's what the criminals care
also, I
about,
guess-
right?
Right.
How
And
his cape looks.
And I don't think I don't understand because first of all, I don't understand how they fucking found our movie.
Yeah, that's a good question.
This review came out really fast.
Yeah.
After we released
Yeah.
that video, so props to them for finding new content. But my criticism of their criticism is obviously that they focused way too much on budget. Like, they expect us to have a fucking budget of a studio film.
Yeah, is what they're expecting.
Like, they
We
compare us.
don't have our own production company. We're trying to get better.
No, if I had some suggestions, they compare this a lot to the classic Batman films. I think maybe if you had a Batman fan film that you liked more that did it well, you could compare it to that, and that would be valid, I think.
Yeah.
He's a busy guy, he's fighting bad guys, he's tired, he must be tired, he's Batman. Yeah, so we'll just give him this, we'll give him a what do they call it?
There's a cut there.
What do they call it in golf when you get a free cam or whatever?
I don't fucking know.
It's not a gimme, they call it something.
See, what the
Like
fuck
a
are they even
mulligan?
talking about?
Yeah, a mulligan. We'll give Batman a mulligan. He just forgot to put on the real suit.
Thank you, guys.
It's like,
I know.
honestly,
I wonder what the guy on the left would look like in
So
the
now
Batman
we get
costume.
the crap title card. Oh. Fucking wonderful. Crap chef kiss.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, you spelled the tape wrong. I'm like, just spell it right. Shut up.
Okay, that's what I wanted to bring up. And he calls him on the left. He calls him out, but he didn't know that that's actually how you spell Professor Pig.
Yeah,
And he's
because it's a short version for Pygmalion, because it's like he takes people's bodies and destroys them and mashes them together, right? So
Yeah.
so it's short for Pygmalion. So it's actually it was supposed to be a clever a clever title.
I mean, yeah, and whether or not you like the title, it's not. We didn't make that up.
Yeah.
You don't have to be cool with it.
And see his reaction. He's like, "What the fuck are you talking
I
about?"
guess what you're blaming, Grant Morrison for creating the character or whatever.
Yes.
I think Grant Morrison created that character. I don't know. So we cut to Gotham City 1 week later.
Now they're about to criticize me, and I eat all of it. I take it. I'm not Jim Gordon. And I think I'm gonna get a little bit ahead of the criticism here. They criticized my framing of this. Fair. I am too tall for the green screen we used.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a valid point.
Yeah, I'm 5'11", you're 6'3".
6'2", 6'2 and a half.
So it was hard to get us within the frame of the green screen together. So yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Oh, God. Batman is talking to Jim Gordon. Well, Batman and Jim Gordon are mumbling the fuck at each other, and it's framed all kinds of shitty.
You know we have to stop people like this. I'm one of the only officers who supports what you're doing. The rest of you should be locked up in articles.
Should have had the mustache.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, God, I didn't want to shave my face. Look at me now.
Yes, I love that. We're like, it's like Jim Gordon, who looks more like Horatio Sands on a bender. You know what I mean?
Who's Horatio's? Oh, the first result.
Okay. Never heard of this guy before, if I'm being honest.
Okay. I mean, I don't really see it, but go off.
He had his hair down, like he just sit there and stuff there, like.
My hair's longer than his.
He's like, good. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, dude, pretty much the, like,
First off, if I was Jim Gordon, I'd be like, Batman, like, what the fuck? You'd be like, what's the matter? Like, why is your chain wrinkled? Holy shit, dude. Like, your whole outfit's hanging on.
Okay, so this is why I like Bird, and I don't necessarily agree with what he's saying, but at least he brings some, like, comedy to the fucking... This guy on the left...
Just hates everything.
I know!
He's just, yeah. He doesn't say one good thing.
I mean, Bird, I'm like Bird boy all the way, like hashtag Bird boys.
I don't like either of them. Though,
I know.
but...
I'm indifferent. I'm not actually a fan, but at least he, like, has some stuff to say, and he brings, like, remember in the old Batman, like, he brings it. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was the one that edited it too. I might be wrong. Maybe the guy on the left edits it. But I digress.
Like, why is it gray? What the fuck? You know, he'd be like, hey, I put up my tent. That's that.
But also, it's like, man, dude, Jim Gordon could just pick this Batman up and just, like, spin him around. Because Batman's, like, this tall. That's obviously why it was framed crap, because it was like, well, we can have frame it this way, where Jim Gordon gonna lean down like this,
Yeah,
be in frame, or we could put it like where he's in frame and Batman's like down here at the bottom of the fucking frame.
I mean,
like,
you got us. That's pretty much the thought process.
Because you're a giant.
Yeah. To be fair, we don't, like, look for people to play certain roles. We have, like, our main
core of friends that want to participate in our movies.
And we'll just assign each other roles.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben wanted to make this movie, and he was Batman, and that's fine. And then I was there, and I was assigned the role of Jim Gordon, and I'm okay with that. And I understand that I don't look like Jim Gordon. And that's that. I don't know.
I mean, like...
It's called a fan film.
Also, like, I'm bigger than Michael Keaton, so...
They actually do bring that up.
Like, it's size-wise and, like, height, so...
Yeah.
Like, I just look small because it's you, and you're so tall.
Yeah, I'm like... whatever, that camera. We'll just use this one. Yeah, you're completely right.
We forget that Michael Keaton was like 145 pounds wet.
Yeah, see, you're ahead of the game,
but also,
Ben.
they shot it so you didn't think about it. This one, you think about it a lot.
He challenges him.
I thought about it. I was a kid when I saw it, but like in that scene when he was like in the art gallery and he's like, he grabs her and he has like the little gun thing that, you know, has like the thing, you know. And he goes, oh, to me. And he puts his arm up. It's like, dude, yeah, there's no muscle tone whatsoever. Like, he looked like a Barbie
I think the reason why I
doll.
like this guy on the right, and I don't, but the reason why I think he's funny is because he takes the conversation and goes with it. The guy on the left is combative, and he's like, fuck you. And this guy takes what the guy on the left says and runs with it and, like, makes something that could be perceived
Yeah,
as
the
funny.
dude on the left would just say nothing but negative stuff. Like he wouldn't. Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
just compare us to everything in a negative sense.
Yeah. But and that's the reason why I like this guy more on the right, is because he challenges it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
One thing
yeah,
that's funny to
pictures
me
of,
is
like,
they talked
dudes
about
and
our
stuff,
conversation
doing, like, poses and stuff.
just
And
now,
his mother
and
comes
again,
in, she's
like
"Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
God." And
like
he's
say
"Whoa,
everything's good
what?"
about our movie
He's
and
like,
say they're
"Oh, look at all the
they're
pictures
not
of the
right
men."
about certain things, but they're talking about us mumbling. But literally, all I've heard for the last few minutes just now is
Yeah, bird coming out of pixel hell. Yeah, you bring up an excellent point, Ben.
Yeah.
I would be like,
I wonder what percentage of this review is actually of our movie, because like I said, half of it is like their bloopers,
Yeah,
and like half of the other half is them going on weird tangents,
just talking about their lives.
like male muscle tone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and like weird in jokes.
The entire last 20 minutes of this video is not them talking about our movie. I think that, like, I watched it one time, and they talk about our movie maybe like 3 times in the last 20
So
minutes
it's like
of this.
it's like on the right you see these like weird cuts that they cut out, and on the left is like the slowest credit crawl I've ever seen. Which they at the end will were like, oh, no credits, like what? It's like, I will take no credits over 30 minutes of credits any day.
And just you two talking about your lives.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
so Bender Gordon and Bland Wayne.
I'll take that.
Bland Man.
Oh, Bender Gordon.
bland.
Yes.
You know, he was
Otherwise, I
writing
look like
those
Ray
on
Gets
little
Hands on a
sticky
Bender.
notes before
The guy
they
was, like, on his
started
palm.
He's on a
and then
Bender,
tried to
so-
play it out like
yes,
like I didn't come up with
Bland
that like
Man and
30
Bender
minutes
Gordon
before.
are investigating a corpse.
He
with
waited for
failure
his
probably
reaction
written
too.
on
He
a
was
piece
like,
of
"Bland
paper
man."
looking like your daughter.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Serial killer out there.
laugh at my joke, please.
Stop him before he clears his next victim.
They criticized the way you wrote failure. It was like, cool.
But Pig's supposed to be like,
Illiterate?
yeah, and not the brightest bulb in the bunch. He's a little bit insane, so I was trying to make it look like a child wrote it.
Yeah.
Do you think he's leaving his messages for us? Kind of like clues.
I don't think he's trying to tell us anything. I think something bigger is at play here, whatever it is these people
I think my sister as the dead body might have been the best acting in the movie.
Oh no, she was snubbed for the Oscar last year.
Sorry to drop that. You always yell at me for mumbling and stuff like that, but I'm never.
'Cause you
that
do.
quiet.
Well, dude, I'm pretty
It's
sure
true.
fucking Bender Gordon's on Oxycontin or something.
He looks like.
Now, okay, I wasn't gonna bring it up. He's like, I'm on drugs, sure. But literally every other video I've watched of theirs is like a conversation about them getting day drunk or like stoned out of their minds while they're reviewing these movies. And it's like, how to be a fucking hypocrite.
While they're like,
Like, dude, man, I watched one earlier. It was so like unintelligibly drunk. It's like they're talking about not getting day drunk, and I'm like, you're already day drunk.
like, you have some problems you might want to address.
Sure, buddy. Okay.
On oxygen.
So yeah, Bland Man. He does
Got
what
me.
Bland
Got him.
Man does and does that disappearing thing.
Dude,
And of
I'd
course,
be,
afterwards, Gordon had to be like,
I'd be
Got
more
me.
comfortable, or I feel more at ease
Good criticism.
if what the hell, Damon Wayne's character. Remember he played a superhero. What was the superhero from like In Living Color?
Andy Man.
Andy Man.
I don't know what they're talking about here.
More, like, I'd be more comfortable knowing he was coming to my rescue than this Batman.
Well, dude, Handyman, if you think about it, was a
Handyman.
pretty awesome superhero, dude. He always, like, he never fucked up.
He didn't.
Unlike Batman, he was never raped in the ass and had heroin shot into his dick. That is a reference to the episode
You know,
Death of Batman we did.
Okay, I'm wrong.
One interesting thing. they bring up a lot of criticisms, and like again, that's fair. They're entitled to what they want. But a lot of stuff that we did in this movie, which came out like 2 years ago now, or we at least made it 2 years ago now, we did before the newest Batman movie did. It was about, him tracking down a serial killer. It's like his early years as the Batman. And it's not your typical guy maybe that you'd see as Batman. And
Sure.
and I don't know what they'd say about the new one, but we did it first, so
Sure. Okay. That is a bold claim to make. There.
I'm not saying they copied us or anything.
I know.
I'm just saying like
I know.
like there are some things that I noticed that we did before that new one.
You're talking to me, the guy who went back and changed the title of a movie we made in high school to the Metaverse movie. So, I am not even... no criticism here on my part.
Like years ago, if you didn't see it, that happens in a Batman fan film.
It does.
Well, we're paying attention to this.
Okay, so they took my suggestion correctly. I'm wrong. They did reference...
Wait a minute. Is he
Yeah, but
fucking
like the
raping Batman?
worst one
He
ever.
is.
True.
Yes, as of right now, dude is raping Batman through his bat pants.
honestly, I've never heard of
Because
this.
his bat pants are still on, but he's over. Batman's in the corner. He's like,
I've heard of it. I've heard how awful it is, but I've never watched it.
Are we better or worse?
I'm gonna say better.
Okay.
So whatever, blah, blah, fucking blah. We cut to Bland Wayne in the Bland Cave.
Good
and like
one.
Bird said earlier to me on the phone, well, here, you can just say what you say the Batcave looked like, because it did.
Well, I mean, I just think it's killer that he's a billionaire, but he can only afford 2 laptops. And for some reason, he's got his Nana's nylons drying behind him, or a bunch of tampons hanging. I don't know what the hell is, what the...
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, wait. I think the laptop thing is okay, I guess, you got 2 computers. It's what we had. And the Batcave is
It's
supposed to be
what
all
we had.
technical.
Also, it's again supposed to be his first year, so
No.
he doesn't have as much equipment as he would probably have later on.
Sure, but that's a real cave. I don't know what. I guess maybe sure, it looks weird, but it's a real cave. I don't.
But fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
What was that? You know what I mean? Are you taking a bunch of churros and they're just drying out? I don't know what...
Yes.
Yeah, just waiting for lunch.
And then
I know,
he's
right?
sitting there talking to Alfred on the thing, and he's like, Alfred, how come I'm sitting in the front really hard, and I just got this little... Everybody bitches about, Ben Affleck. I implore you to watch
Ben
this,
Affleck?
and then be like, God damn, dude, okay, yeah, Ben Affleck, yeah, I'll take him.
Again,
Put him in all...
my hair looks like that
He is
because
talking to Alfred about Professor...
I was in a car accident. So,
Yeah.
sorry about my hair, guys. It wasn't up to your Bruce Wayne standards.
True. These guys are they made Bruce Wayne.
Of course.
They're the leading authority on Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Professor Pig, right? But Alfred is the worst Alfred voice ever here.
All the victims weren't originally from Gotham. They were all taken from different
I mean-
movies and ended
Oh,
up
poor
being
Sauger.
Yeah, poor Sauger.
Together.
He did his best.
Every area that the victims were taken from.
I
the
think
circus
maybe
is strange
that's a
and
fair
fascinating.
criticism. I don't think,
I believe
but
the
we
one
weren't
where the circus
casting
lost
for a
all
British
functions.
man. It was our friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the victims died from cardiac arrest. All their fingerprints had been.
I
burned
could have
off
done it
because
and
of
done
the
a
DNA
British
had been
accent, but then they would have accused Alfred of being bland too. So
Yeah.
we didn't want to be too boring for you guys.
I don't think
We had
it's
them in
fair
mind when we made
that
this
people
film.
put so
Oh yeah,
much
no,
fucking,
I'm the biggest fan. I've been
pressure on
I've been watching
Batman to
since
get shit to play
1997.
Batman. or whoever else to play Batman, like Robert Pattinson. Everybody's like, "Oh, come he's not getting beefed," It's like, dude, fuck you. Val Kilmer wasn't beat. George Clooney wasn't beat. Fucking Michael Keaton wasn't beat. Go fuck yourself. All of a sudden he has the
Based.
huge and
See,
large. And he want
but,
every actor to play.
what is his thing here? Because sometimes he's saying, I'm not muscular enough, and now he's going on a thing about like it's okay for Batman to not be that muscular because previous Batman actors weren't that muscular. So like, what is it that you want?
I think he's just trying to cover for being like so into male muscle tone that he's like, no, we got to go like the opposite end of the spectrum. I don't want like Batman. I want him to be like the skinniest man alive.
Yeah.
I want him to be like, I don't know.
Or he wants him to be like Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I mean, you're halfway there. You're Ben.
Yeah.
Right, and shit. Fine. You know, but nobody expected them fuckers. They didn't do
How did we end up back on male muscle tone again?
talk about that muscle tone.
See, that's
You know? I think we are, but I don't know.
he could have carried the conversation,
So we cut
but
to
he
Professor
instead.
Pig
Yeah.
doing his Professor Pig thing.
Just don't steal my lovely.
Devin did fucking give it his all in this.
Yeah, and to be fair, they said he's the best part of the
They even
movie.
say he did a good job. Or at least that he gave it his best.
Yeah.
And he did.
Channel is just gonna be male
But again,
muscle tone.
I think sometimes
And
they
then
miss the
Batman
point
just
of Batman.
walking in the fucking door. You know, don't try to be all sneaky and stealthy. Don't come flying in from the whatever. Just
Sure.
walks in the door.
I got it from Arkham Knight.
Well, when he just
The scene with Professor Pig, he literally walks into the building and then slowly walks up to him because he's Batman. He's not fucking afraid of some
Yeah.
fucking crazy dude, you know?
yeah.
I don't know.
No.
What did they want me to do? Like, just sneak up on him, put him in the fucking chokehold, and like roll credits? Like every Batman movie could technically do that then, but like
There'd be
they
no
don't.
fun in that.
Yeah, they don't. So
Now I guarantee you that so maybe we could have had you like green screened climbing on a roof and like zipping down like the classic like,
Yeah,
60s show
that's
or whatever.
true, yeah.
But I guarantee you they would have ragged on us 90%
Oh, yeah.
more because of our green screen.
oh yeah, the green screen, and they would have been like, "You're gonna go back to Adam West, Batman." Like,
Oh, what? He has to climb down the side of a mountain. He could have just walked in.
yeah, exactly.
The door was wide open.
Well, he doesn't, like, he has the belt, he doesn't have all the cool gadgets that go with it.
Oh, it is great. They do have some tension here with some bland ass acting.
Put down the tools, Valentine. It's over. I'm bringing you in.
Got us.
No. Pig is only needed. Pig is gonna take the imperfect and make it perfect for the world to see. Pig is a god now. Gonna make everyone better.
I'm not playing games with you. Put them down.
But I guess I have to say, fucking Professor Pig definitely is the best actor of this. He at least has some kind of enthusiasm.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Devin killed it.
Yeah.
And to his credit, he tried really hard to get his lines right.
Yeah.
Like the most amount of time we spent on that movie was waiting for Devin to learn his lines.
Yeah.
So he really put his all into it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'll give Pig that credit, you know.
You hear that,
And,
Devin?
But like, I was
To give you
kinda
the
hoping,
credit.
like Batman said he would like adopt maybe some of the lines from the movie Cobra. Remember the bad guy was like, "You want to go to hell with me, Pig?"
Speaking of Pig, Pig throws the plastic cleaver at Batman.
And what did it flop? Because, you know, anytime you tried to throw those things, it would just frisbee because it was.
Ben, next time we're gonna get a real cleaver, and we're
And
gonna have
practice for like 3 weeks.
I mean, you'll get injured, you'll get sliced in the head, but that's what these guys want.
Yeah.
This
it's
is their,
the only
um,
way that we'll get their at least 2-star rating, maybe.
I mean, thank God we have these guys to tell us how it really is.
Yeah, we've taken all your criticism in, and for our next films, because we're not gonna stop. We'll take it all into consideration and use it to our benefit from now on.
Thank you.
So, like, we just go.
And then Pig calls forth on his Dollatron.
Okay, so maybe after this part with the Dollatrons, but they accuse us of having really long fight scenes, and that's just objectively not true.
Yeah.
Like he plays a clip, and there's a funny audio gag, and it lasts about 30 seconds, which is not that long.
Yeah, literally none of the fight, like, because we didn't want to make it too long.
Yeah.
Also we're not professional like stunt choreographers, so
Yeah.
so we weren't doing this for weeks on end. We were just doing it on the spot. But yeah, like maybe it's a minute and a half altogether of fighting.
Maybe. I don't even know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Get him, my darlings. Get him for daddy. Make him stop.
No, I'm honored that they didn't at all criticize my filming because I like this.
Yeah, me too. He did some good shots in this.
Thank you.
I think.
That's what Professor Pig did. He made people Dolatrons to make them perfect.
I
Oh.
didn't care.
Okay.
You mean just like in the comics and video games?
I was just admiring Batman's suit. Like, and at some point, you could actually see Batman's undies.
Got
And I
him.
don't think I've ever seen that before. I've seen all the Batman films.
I do remember that, actually,
Batman, all its forms,
when we were
even
filming.
animation.
I remember I
I've never
felt like
once
my
seen
underwear
Batman's underwear.
had
So
been
thank
poking
you.
out.
I see, like you noticed that
Yeah.
I did.
I mean, sure. Got us.
Yeah.
So like
That's
I'm not
on
sure
me,
where
I'll be
that's at,
honest.
so I can't say like, oh, it happens here. I mean, it was on the screen, but I can't like bring it up.
Him and that big fucker were fighting and his damn Fruit Loops were hanging out. After shit, Batman.
Calvin
I thought
Klein,
that was
actually,
a one
thank
piece,
you.
not a two piece.
So anyway,
You got him good, Ben.
back to
Oh.
the Dolatrons taking Batman out into the
That's
hall.
where most of
and
the
they
budget
fight.
went.
This scene?
Not
Or the
like
underwear?
Calvin Klein underwear to show
Oh, true.
out of my costume.
Do you want to share what happened here or no?
What exactly did happen?
With your mom?
Oh, yeah, I threw my mom really hard down on the ground. She was playing one of the Dolatrons. Shout out to my mom. I love you. But yeah, we were practicing the choreography, I guess you could say, a couple times just to get it right because we were trying to do it in one take. And at one point, I went to throw her, just kind of give her a little toss, and I went way harder than I should have, and she just went down. Sorry, Mom.
Anything for the views. Just kidding.
No shame.
No, I felt really bad,
Yeah, so
even though
did
I didn't even do it.
I felt so bad too. She went on after, like that wasn't the take. It was like a couple takes before, and she still went on. So
But she's fine now.
She's totally fine and was fine that day actually. So
I just want to make that clear.
yeah, and
I don't
then I
think we
actually
joked
slammed
about it.
my sister pretty hard on the ground
But you
here
can
as well.
tell.
Yeah.
You can tell. Like, that wasn't a sound effect. She was like, thud.
Smack.
Oh, yeah.
And then Batman comes back into Pig's room and beats the fuck out of Pig for a while.
True.
That was the point.
I mean, let's be honest. These fight scenes, they're killer. I wish I could act them out, you know. But it was just like, you know. But like, but the whole him throwing him against the wall and then seeing Batman's under.
So they talk.
So he gives this kind of backhanded compliment there.
Yeah.
He said he enjoyed the fight scenes but didn't enjoy your underwear.
Hustle around for a bit. This might be actually the part you were talking about. I'm not sure.
You should never have to see Batman's back fat. You know what I mean? If I was Batman, I mean, after a
Did he
while,
say
you
back fat?
Yeah.
Batman's back fat?
I don't
know,
understand.
you're getting older. You would have.
I think he's
that
talking about my little love handles on the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he's getting at.
Sure. Okay. Okay. I mean, sure. It's not like we're not gonna. Whatever. That's just a dumb criticism.
You know, I refuse to believe that Batman, as old as he was supposed to be, the Dark Knight, had abs or anything. You know what I mean? I'm sure he had that beard gut thing. And he might have had some muscle on top. That takes a little bit to fade away. But this shit down here takes no time at all. 10 seconds and you're jelly roll. You know what I mean? Like if you were on.
What the
if
fuck
were,
are you
like, on a
talking
street
about?
diet and you were,
He's
like,
talking
you had
about how
abs,
I'm
you
fat.
you get the whole
But you're
thing
not.
and
Yeah.
you can see your dick
He
roots and
seems
all
to
that
think so.
bullshit. You take one day off and you have a jelly donut there. You're fucking fat as balls, I guarantee you.
I really can't tell if he's on our side or not.
I don't think so.
Like he criticizes us a lot, but then he's like, yeah, but then Ben doesn't need to be fit. But then he's like, but why isn't he fit?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
That's
he
what I
goes
was
back
saying
and
earlier.
forth.
He doesn't make sense. Like he's like, like he doesn't fit in his costume. He could be more kind of thing. And then he's like, oh, but these actors for playing Batman weren't. Oh, but Batman looks kind of fat now. What
Okay,
are you
sure.
on about, dude?
Well, take your criticism, but like make a choice.
So moving on from Mel Muscletoad, Batman Bland Man vows to take
This is what I was
down
talking
Pig.
about, I think.
You're insane,
Oh, never mind.
Velveteen, and I'm gonna stop you.
But Pig rambles on about like his past and stuff. It doesn't matter.
Mother always said Pig wasn't good enough. Always hurting Pig.
Iconic.
Make
Or
everybody
Devin
sad.
acting his heart out, and they say it doesn't matter.
See, that's what I don't get. Is like, do you want there to be no story at all?
Yeah. And then if it was all just fighting, they'd just complain about that. So,
Yeah.
like, what?
Send me your script. We'll film it.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm not even lying.
Perfect.
But Pig made
The way
him
Devin's
perfect.
eyes look here
Pig will
look
make
really
everyone
creepy,
perfect.
actually.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. They really didn't do our video justice. Like, this is like 144p. I have this on the highest quality here. What the fuck did they do to our quality? Like, it exported badly, but not this badly.
Yeah.
Even you, Batman.
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares about their past. We've heard about Batman's past a billion times.
So we
Yeah,
get
and
a
Professor
whole
Pig's never
bunch
been in a
of
film
fucking
before.
fights, like a whole bunch
So-
of fight, like for how long, Terry?
See, this is it.
Yeah, at
Say it
least,
takes forever, but it's like, not really.
yeah. What? I mean, they could have at least gave us kudos for using a Batman villain that's never been used before. They say we're so cliche and we're using all these common tropes, but like, I specifically wanted to use a villain that never, you know, if we had used Joker, it'd be, here we go, another fucking Joker. Everybody, every fan film Joker, but like, they can't even give credit where credit's due. You know?
Yeah. Now, don't be deceived. We're almost halfway there. That means we're almost at the end of the movie.
Fantastic. I mean, it was bad, but it was fantastic.
Oh fuck yeah! And then Bland Man demasks Pig, and then whoops his fucking ass.
I can't tell if that's a criticism or not.
Me either.
Now, they're about to comment on the lack of sound effects. That's on me. I'll eat that.
I mean, that sounds like a real punch, though. If I'm being honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think that's pretty fucking brutal.
Maybe it's not here, but there's one point where I like accidentally made the sound effects too quiet.
It might be here.
And I want to say, was this the scene there was no sound on the punches or whatever? Or like the sound was different?
I don't think there was any sound at all in the punch.
If they were watching it while they reviewed it, they might have a different...
Yeah.
I don't recall hearing anything. There was basically zero sound.
They definitely only watched our film like once, too, before making this.
They certainly have notes, but I don't think... I think I would have been more okay with them watching it and reviewing it at the same time.
And then there's...
Didn't have you moving each other around.
And then there's more beating when Bender Gordon comes in and stops Batman.
Enough,
Sure.
Batman. He's done.
It's enough when I say it's enough.
No, I say when it's enough. Now get off him.
Well, there was a beating. It was just a beating of the name of Batman. You know, these
Got
guys
us.
and the death of Batman. Like, you know, why do you want to hurt Batman? You know, and it's like Santa Claus. Santa Claus is supposed to be the jolliest guy in the world. There's a billion movies out there and being a pedophile freak killer. You know, and it's like, what the fuck? Why do you want to hurt Santa Claus?
I mean, I've seen there have been Santa killer movies. I've never seen Santa pedophile movies. What kind of movies are you fucking watching?
I'm just throwing words. You know, saying there's, you know.
So, Batman, Bland Man, and Bender Gordon, Commissioner Bender. That's better.
No, Bland Gordon's better. I like Bland Gordon better. Commissioner Bender is like... Okay.
Too bad I was towards
Yeah.
the end of this. They mumble at each other some fucking more.
These criminals need to pay for what they've done.
And this is justice. Beating him to a pulp.
When we first started our arrangement, Gordon, we had a deal.
I guess if you would want an old man cap, it would have been better, Al. Like the guy on the left.
Oh, I know.
It wasn't
Sure.
If this is going to work, Gordon, you have to let me do things my way.
When Gordon turns to leave, Batman says, I could have taken your gun.
You know, I could have easily taken that gun from you, but I respect you and what you stand for. I trust you'll do the right thing.
Stupidness.
Yeah, but
Thank you. That is a great criticism.
Yeah, why? Like, why is it stupid?
It's just stupid, Ben. We have to take it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously whatever.
that conversation confused me too, because it's kind of like, he's like, yeah, I can't take it again. And if I was Gordon, I'd be like, what's your point? Like, I'd pull my gun out, like, put it in his head. Like, are you threatening to take my gun, Batman? You know, like, what are you trying to say? If I'm still alive, you're
That
still a
is
criminal
the
cop.
point. He was saying
Yeah,
he
so if
could
I
have
went to
taken
a
the
shoot
gun
you,
and
you're
kept
all
beating on the
fucking
criminal, but
You know?
he didn't.
I mean, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Because he respects Gordon and it's the beginning of their partnership. But yeah, no, go on. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You got full body armor, but this fucking shit here, this shit, that's all open. So the next thing up, you're I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go, right through there. I don't, it doesn't matter, dude. Your mouth, you can shoot him in the fucking lips.
All of this rant doesn't really matter because Batman forgot to wear his armor on this night. He was wearing his jammies, remember? So
I
Gordon could
remember.
have shot him anywhere.
I don't remember.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Very good point.
So Batman does the
I'm gonna go home
disappearing
and go to
thing
sleep in that
again.
outfit. I
Oh.
did actually that night. Remember?
Oh yeah. I was there.
Whether that sense of justice really works. You're right in the sense. Most of these guys will break out and back in the streets. People will get hurt. But it has to work sometimes, right? It has to. Oh, I should have seen that coming.
Oh, I meant for the regular Batman who's not special K. You know, the
Special
Batman
K?
not special K and remembers not to wear his Batman jammies out to fight crime.
And then Gordon arrests Peg.
Anything you say or do can be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney.
Maybe because I was just so nervous that I would.
Afford an attorney, one will be provided to you.
I'm just so bad at remembering lines.
Do you think Mother will be angry with Pig?
Alright, screw this, let's go.
And we don't even get end credits on this fucking thing. It
They
just
love
ends.
end
Yeah,
credits.
they don't even feel the need to give credit. They're like, yeah, well, good.
Well,
So,
originally
yeah,
we shot
that
an
was
ending
that.
that unfortunately
was
didn't
fun.
make it into the final
And Bernard
film.
kept
Yeah, it's my
weirdly ending
fault.
up on
I'm
Mel
sorry.
Muscle
Oh,
Town,
that's
but whatever,
kind
that
of
happens.
both of our faults, but again, they wouldn't know that, so
No, that yeah.
that's on us.
Yeah, it's just so funny with this man.
That's why I keep saying it. But on that note, for Gunner and Bird, this has been another one of Blandis movies on YouTube. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With one of the blandest reviews.
I know.
Muscle toe.
We'll see you next week.
You will not.
Look how. It's okay. Hey, I am scrolling fast. Look at how fast the fucking credits go. They last the whole time. Look how much time is left.
Nearly 20 minutes of credits of just them talking nonsense.
I'm sorry, but I will take your criticism. This is too much.
Yeah.
If you want your outtakes to be in, you can make a separate video behind the scenes. This is too much. I wonder. I would love to delve into their analytics and see where people drop off, because I guarantee you it's right here. We still got a couple minutes, so I just have one more thing to bring up that's kind of funny. These guys have a playlist. Let's go to their playlists. Let's see. They put one of our other movies in a playlist, and I just wanted to mention it. River Talk. There it is. No, it's a gaming intro. Never mind. Fuck.
Metaverse the movie, it's on the bottom.
Where? Oh. Okay, here we go. Let's go into here. Here it is. Free full craptastic movies. Where I want to get there. Here we go. This is the playlist. This is pointless. They added us to a playlist. Our fucking video. I'm so honored. Gotta find it now. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's on this playlist. What do you
Did they
think?
put more of our movies?
I only Aqualink.
Oh, thought I saw.
What? Where?
Oh no, never mind. Maybe I didn't.
Whatever. This isn't interesting. I just wanted to mention that one of our fucking movies is on this playlist, and I guess 60% of our views come from this playlist, which is just honestly kind of funny. I mean, that's the end of our review anyways.
I mean, they put a movie on here that we made when we were like 15 years old,
Yeah.
and
I mean, I'll take the criticism on that one. It's pretty,
it's bad, but like
yeah.
we obviously didn't know what we were doing.
No, it's true. Well, I guess that's it. Peace and love. Bird Boys forever.
Okay, signing out. Bye.